Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something huge, something that's changing how people find you online, but you might not even see it. We're talking about traffic from AI.
So right now, as we speak, there's a whole new kind of visitor showing up on your website. And these aren't just any visitors. They're curious, they're engaged, and a lot of them are ready to act. The only problem? Well, chances are your analytics aren't showing you the full picture. You could be flying totally blind to this amazing new source of discovery.
So, over the next few minutes, we're going to pull back the curtain on this ghost traffic, as some people are calling it. We're going to show you exactly how to find these visitors, and even better, how to get more of them. We'll give you the tools to turn this invisible traffic into a real, tangible advantage. All right, let's get right into it. The new ghost traffic. So what are we really talking about here? When I say AI traffic, I mean people who are sent to your site straight from these new conversational AI platforms. I mean, think about the tools that you, me, and your customers are using every single day. It's not just about Google anymore. We're talking about places like ChatGPT, which is obviously the big one, but also Perplexity, Claude, and Gemini from Google. People are asking these things for recommendations, for research, basically to find answers. These are the new hubs for discovery. Okay, so you're probably wondering, does this really matter? How much of an impact can this new traffic source actually have? Well, that's a great question. Let's take a look at the data. Yeah, at first glance, you look at this chart and think, okay, AI traffic is tiny. It's just 0.15% of all internet traffic. Compare that to the almost 49% from good old traditional search. I mean, Google alone still sends something like 300 times more traffic than all these AI platforms put together. But, and this is a huge but, that tiny number is hiding a massive, massive shift that's happening as we speak. And here it is. This is what I'm talking about. That little 0.15%, that's a seven-fold increase in just 1 year. It jumped all the way from 0.02%. I mean, seriously, 7x growth. If that kind of curve continues, we are literally watching a new era of how people find things online take shape right in front of us.
And it's probably no surprise who the big player is here. Yep, it's ChatGPT. It is the dominant force driving almost 78% of all of that AI traffic. It is the clear frontrunner, for sure. But, other platforms are definitely starting to carve out their own space. But here's the really crucial part. This isn't just about the number of visitors. It's about the quality. See, a visitor coming from an AI recommendation, they're different. They have a really specific goal. They've essentially been pre-qualified by the AI itself. Just think about it for a second. The AI is sifted through tons of information, and it's sending that person to your website because it thinks you have the best, most definitive answer to their question. That's why these visitors spend more time, bounce less, and have such a high potential to convert. They're not just browsing, they're on a mission.
Okay, so this is all great information, but how do we actually use it? How do we turn this into a real strategy? Well, let's start with the most important part, building your free tracking toolkit so you can actually see this awesome traffic in your own data.
And you know what the best part is? You already have the tools you need, and they're totally free. You don't need to buy some expensive new software. You can find all this hidden data using two super powerful and, again, totally free tools you're probably already familiar with: Google Analytics and Google Search Console. All right, first up, Google Analytics 4. It's actually super simple. You just head over to your reports, then acquisition, and into traffic acquisition. Once you're there, you click the little drop down above the first column and choose session source. Then you just search for names like ChatGPT or Perplexity. Boom, you'll see exactly which AI platforms are sending people your way and what pages they're checking out.
Okay, tool number 2 is Google Search Console. This is where you can see how your content is doing inside Google's own AI results. Those AI overviews that pop up? In your performance report, you can see which of your search queries are triggering these AI summaries. And, even more important, you can see which of your pages Google's AI is actually recommending. Super valuable stuff.
So now you can track it. The next obvious question is, how do you get more of it? Let's talk about how to actively attract this AI traffic.
Because, let's be clear, the whole game is evolving. The old way of doing SEO, just stuffing keywords everywhere, that's over. The new tactic is all about answering questions. You've got to be clear and get straight to the point. AI models, they love clarity. They're looking for the piece of content that answers the user's question right away, not buried somewhere on the page.
And it's not just about what you say, it's about how you structure it. You can't just have these long, intimidating walls of text anymore.
AI, just like us humans by the way, prefers content that's easy to skim. Simple, skimmable stuff with lists, bullet points, maybe some tables. It makes it so much easier for a machine to scan, understand, and pull out the important bits.
So let's put it all together into a few key strategies. First, you've got to build credibility. Show your expertise with things like author bios and real data. Second, think conversationally. You want to target those long, question-style phrases that people actually use. So instead of just running shoes, think, what are the best running shoes for flat feet? Third, use structured data. This is stuff like schema markup. Think of it like a special language that helps search engines really understand what your content is about. And finally, keep your content fresh. AI loves new, updated information. So go back and refresh your old posts with new stats and insights.
So where is all this headed? What does this mean for the future of, well, being found online? Honestly, it's a fundamental shift in what it even means to be discoverable.
The whole definition of SEO is getting bigger. It's not just about ranking on a list of blue links on Google anymore. Now, it's about being that trusted, go-to source that shows up wherever your audience is looking for answers, whether that's a classic search engine or a conversational AI platform.
I love this quote. Show up in conversations, not just in search results. That really hits the nail on the head, right? The goal isn't just to rank anymore. The real prize, the real opportunity, is to become part of the actual conversation that the AI is having with your potential customers. You want to be the source they recommend.
Look, by starting to track and optimize for AI traffic today, you're not just chasing some passing trend. You are getting your brand ready for what is absolutely the future of discovery. The question really isn't if this is going to be a huge deal, it's when. So let me leave you with this. Is your brand ready for the next wave?